A warning to all about to listen to this podcast. The following audio may contain spoilers, content unsuitable for younger viewers and immature man-children, unnecessary profanity, and definite bad opinions. Now that you know what to expect, let's get on with the show.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Anime Abroad podcast. This week I am joined by Jared, Kyle and Cassie, and I am your host Brooke. Say hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
One person said hello, whatever. Fuck it.
Hello.
That's
I needed
exactly
a moment
the standard.
to say it, Brooke.
My name is
Do you?
Kyle.
Yeah, I think this episode we're just going to chill a bit. We might talk about anime, but we're not making any promises. I think at some point we're going to try and discuss the categories for our Anime of the Year 2016 episode.
Which we would also like suggestions for, perhaps.
If
there
good
are any
suggestions.
good ones, yeah.
Last time we
Yeah.
asked
Not
for
saying we'll
suggestions
use
or
it.
topic of the week or question of the
Best
week, we ended up
anime
being
meme 2016.
Oh my god, we didn't make a question of the week before we start. Oh, no, wait. You said we had the coffee one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk about
Spoilers.
coffee because.
Because we're all drinking
Okay,
coffee.
so I asked. We were setting up the podcast, and I asked Jared, do you think it is more normal in the UK for coffee to have milk in it than not? And then Jared said that he works in a coffee shop, and I told him to shut his fucking mouth because that would make a really good talking point for the podcast. So, Jared, if you could resume from from that point.
So are we just talking about Americanos? So no lattes, cappuccinos?
So okay, I'm actually. I have a small amount of anxiety whenever I go into a coffee shop because
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea what anything on the menu is. I know that I drink a latte,
Yes.
and I know that I say big, and there's a word I should probably say instead. That's Italian or
Large?
something. Isn't it like a grande or something?
That's only in Starbucks.
Maybe in some fancy,
No, that's
pretentious
just-
Usually
stores.
when you go to a coffee shop, as a regular, you're supposed to have what you want in your head.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I tried asking for a coffee once, and they gave me a look.
Because you're not toy shopping.
If someone does that, we just ask, what kind of coffee would you like? Is that just a regular coffee? Just like a black coffee?
And that would get you. A regular coffee? What would that get you? Because to me, I think regular coffee means something very different than a coffee shop regular coffee.
A regular coffee would be an Americano. So that's just the coffee shop and a bunch of water, hot water. So it's just a black coffee, and then you can add milk if you like.
Okay. Is there a difference between a white coffee and a latte?
It depends who you ask.
Because
but I would say that a white coffee is just a black coffee with milk, and then a latte is
And
completely different.
What's a latte?
A latte,
Wait, what?
You prepare those differently, don't you?
Yeah, latte uses steamed milk.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
Where
the
did all the
frothing
calories
ones.
come from? Because I know a latte is 500 calories or something ridiculous.
I
Well, it's not
don't
just
think so.
milk.
Yeah,
What else is in there?
there's a lot
Whatever
of milk
flavoring you
in
want.
coffee. It's the coffee shop, but instead of any water, it's completely frothed milk.
Oh shit! So it's all milk and a bit
All
of
milk.
coffee.
Yeah,
Oh man, no wonder it's so much calories. Okay.
and I have
okay.
5 of them every day I work.
Okay, so what's a cappuccino?
Okay, a cappuccino is similar to a latte, but it has a lot more foam. Latte has very little foam, but cappuccino is kind of roughly thirds.
Okay,
Or not,
has anyone ever
about a
been?
third,
Has
yeah.
anyone in France? Whenever I asked for a cappuccino, they would give it to me with whipped cream, and it was amazing. How come we're not incorporating the superior technology in our coffee shops?
Wait, can you explain this to me? Because it sounds similar.
It's
to something
really
else.
sweet. It's really
That sounds
sweet whipped
Is it just
disgusting.
cream.
is it just a coffee shop and
It's
some
amazing.
whipped cream?
It's like
Or does it have
I
milk
couldn't
as
tell
well?
you. Yeah,
Is it really small?
I couldn't. No, it's like a big. No,
Okay.
I won't say it's a big.
I'm guessing
it's
they
like,
just put whipped cream on top of the cappuccino, but why?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not like proper coffee shops. It's like restaurants and.
Okay, it sounded a bit like, what are they called?
God,
What are they
you're gonna
called?
come up with some like secret menu item name from
Venti mocha frap, double shot espresso.
Macchiato, that's what I
like-
was thinking. It sounded a bit like macchiato.
That's what I always get.
Okay.
Is that a
So what's a
real order?
macchiato?
Yeah, a venti mocha
Whipped
frap
cream
with
on the coffee?
double shot.
Oh my god.
Well, it's a venti. That's the size of the drink. That's a large.
Okay.
Yeah.
A large mocha frappuccino with two extra shots of espresso.
Is Frappuccino the frozen one?
Frappuccino's cold. I know that one. Yeah.
Frappuccino, it's kind of like a milkshake.
It basically is the coffee equivalent of a milkshake. Yeah. It's if I need a coffee, I'm not going to ask for a frappuccino though.
I don't know. I always get like ice caps here. Ice cappuccino. Those are good.
Wait, you get frozen coffee in Canada? Isn't that like for me? A part of the part of the whole coffee experience is the warmth of the drink. Actually, like
See, I
waking me
prefer
up.
iced coffee over warm coffee. It's just harder.
I do
to
like iced
fucking
coffee
get.
as well, as long as it's
Yeah.
not too sweet.
Yeah,
You just,
yeah.
like,
I just
Some of
want
them
cold
are
coffee.
disgustingly sweet.
Oh my god, Cassie, are you just like chipping off a bit of the wall of your igloo, like putting it in a cup? Just like, oh, more cold. That's what I needed today.
If I want something like a warm drink, I'll have tea. I don't drink coffee because I want a warm drink. I drink coffee because holy fuck, I'm tired.
I drink coffee because it's delicious.
I drink coffee
Okay, so
Also,
because
I think I
like to
prefer
fit
black
in.
coffee over having shit in it on like the average day.
It gives me an excuse to watch anime at the coffee shop.
Coffee shops are a good place to kill time because they always have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And like supposedly there's 2 Starbucks coming to the island. So very excited about that.
We don't have any of those around here.
Oh my god, I'm thinking of I can't remember which Monkey Island game I'm thinking of, but I'm thinking of a Monkey Island game now. Like
Ouch.
the way you live your life sounds like you're literally just on like a desert island and.
You can pretty much just think that way because that's pretty much how it is. We have a tiny population of people here.
Do you know what it is?
Pretty cool.
It's about 60,000.
That sounds like Scotland.
Yeah.
Is everyone angry?
Oh no, they're just retarded.
Were you trying to compare it to Scotland again?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Like,
I won't call Scottish people. I won't call Scottish people retarded. I could. Cal set
5.3
me
million,
up.
apparently.
Cal did set me up, but I'm not going to say that. I would just say they're angry.
like instead of saying retarded, I should say they're ignorant.
Oh, Cassie,
What?
I'm going to snitch on you.
Fuck off! Don't do it! No!
Wait, what?
Brooke?
Sounds good.
No!
Did Cassie have an affair with the Scottish bloke?
So me and Cassie were talking, and it came up, Jared, that you're Scottish,
Okay.
and Cassie's like, Jared's Scottish? I didn't know.
What?
Oh, I feel so. And she's like, oh, I feel so bad. I'm like, where the hell did you think he was from? And then she like makes up some weird word, and
No, that was when you asked where I thought you were from.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
And it wasn't a weird word. I said you were a Brit bong.
I swear to God, you made that up.
I've heard it before.
You told me to Google it, and I Googled it, and it's just some like the subreddit. Like the top thing was a subreddit for like a YouTuber with like 1,000 subs or something. I don't
Okay.
even know.
I refuse to believe that people don't know what Brit bong means.
It sounds like it sounds like a super Canadian like made up insult that like you'd expect us to go, oh, what the fuck did you call me? But really, we're just like, are you okay? Oh my god! I mean, I like limey. I think limey's pretty good. I don't know where it comes from, but it's got a good bite to it. I think.
Okay.
Like, if you're calling someone limey, it's almost like it sounds. I don't know. Maybe it sounds a bit like slimy.
That goes
Or
back to
something?
the pirate days.
Nice.
That sounded like
Yeah.
kind of like a PTSD moment for you. Like, oh, I remember that.
Well, the thing is Kyle lives on a desert island, so he has to deal with pirates on
Yeah.
a daily
See,
basis.
the
That's where he gets his
pirates,
figures. He has a
the
deal with
pirates
them.
never actually left the Caribbean.
Okay. Okay, so let's wrap up this question of the week. Jared, do you reckon you sell more white coffees than black coffees?
Okay, so this brings me back to my question. Are we counting lattes and cappuccinos and stuff?
No.
Yeah, I think so. No, absolutely, because that's not a black coffee. Like, to me, a black coffee is no milk in it whatsoever. Any type of coffee that has no milk in it whatsoever.
I think you're wanting to ask, do people put milk in their coffee more than they don't where he lives?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, which includes cappuccinos.
See, I count lattes and cappuccinos as a different thing.
And those are specialty drinks.
Yeah.
Well,
right. I'll give two answers.
Okay. So the way my brain works is that
Also, isn't that made with like espresso and not just coffee?
What?
Yeah.
Like lattes and cappuccinos? That's not just coffee.
Yeah, but so are Americanos.
Oh my god! What's an espresso?
An
if it's not
espresso is
coffee?
literally just coffee. It's
but it's not
the purest you can pretty much make it.
Yeah.
So you don't add any
espresso-
water, any milk, anything.
Like an espresso is like superheated water forced through a tight strainer filled with coffee, and it's basically a
literally
shot
just a
of
coffee
coffee.
shot. Yeah.
Like really condensed coffee.
Whereas an Americano, like a regular coffee.
I think I've made my coffee shop anxiety worse because I feel like I know less now. I'm just gonna be.
Well,
I'm just gonna dig.
When you order an espresso,
I'm just gonna stick to the latte.
When you order an espresso, they give you a tiny little shot glass of like super condensed coffee.
That sounds horrible.
It's just the
I did
coffee
it like twice.
in the way
It's pretty
that
bitter.
everything, all the coffees are made using an espresso, essentially. But
okay.
Like there's many
espresso
ways
just
to
has
make
nothing
a
done to
regular
it.
coffee. Like you can use espresso and then just add water to it.
Yeah, that
Or
would
you
be
can
an Americano.
brew it like you would normally see like a coffee brewer going.
So what's the difference between adding water to an espresso shot or just having coffee? Does it actually taste different?
There are people that will say that it's better quality when you do it the espresso way, and then there are others that like prefer to use like a percolator.
You mean like filtered coffee?
Yeah. Or no, like there's filtered coffee, there's espresso coffee, there's percolator coffee, and then there's a few more ways to make like a regular coffee.
This wasn't a simple question.
Okay, I'm done with this. Jared, go on, give your two answers then. And we can
Okay,
talk about
so
anime.
if you count lattes and everything like that, I would say more people have milk than don't, in my experience.
Okay.
However, if you're sticking with just normal coffee, whether you add milk or don't add milk, I think it'd be really close, actually.
I know like in America, most people add milk.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually have one final question because like lattes have a shit ton of calories, and I've been trying to like move away from them, but I don't know what else to ask for. So if I ask for a coffee with a coffee with milk, what would get me just a normal coffee with milk in it, and not just like
ask for an Americano.
A coffee with milk? That's not like a
Americano.
A Paccaccini Monte Carlo.
Can you go into your coffee shop and ask for a paccaccini and tell me what you get?
I think you'd get a look.
Cheese coffee.
Either that or that they might flip out if they don't know enough.
Oh yeah!
Panicking.
Oh my god! It feels like a new hire who was just like, okay,
that's like the worst thing you could do.
I think I've got the entire menu memorized. I'm good.
I can
They
imagine.
come in asking for like a Wonachini, a Borgiette, and a flipper flop.
Flip flappers.
I can imagine Brooke going into a coffee shop and asking for a coffee with milk, and then they ask him, would you like regular milk, cream milk, condensed milk, sweetened milk, or
skinny milk? Full fat milk?
Skinny milk.
Semi-skimmed?
2% or 3%?
So I leave. I take out my phone and show them a picture of a cow and point it.
Right. What you should do is ask for a white Americano.
No, what you do, Brooke, is you bring your own milk.
No.
Ask for
Then they just look at you
pull
and
your
think
milk at
you're a
the counter and
dumbass.
start pouring it in.
You know, ask for an espresso shot. You bring your own water and you bring your own milk.
That sounds like a power play, doesn't it? That sounds like a power move. Like they turn around to make the coffee
My
and you're just like,
water is better
no,
than yours.
no. You bring out like a cup of milk, not even like a bottle. You've just been holding a cup of milk the whole day.
You
you
went
just
and
have a
got a baby
flask in your
chino
pocket.
from another coffee shop.
I used to know a guy in high
God.
school that would bring a flask of flavored sweetener, milk sweetener for his coffees.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. What's wrong with just sugar or sweeteners?
Well, no, like it's
One of
it's
the worst
basically
things I've seen while working in a coffee shop is people having like 6 sugars or 6 sweeteners in a small
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
It's actually
like sludge
it
at that
sounds
point.
disgusting.
I
That's not
don't
even coffee.
like a whole lot of sugar in my coffee, or like any really.
No.
No,
Sometimes I add
honestly,
like
I
flavored
don't.
shit to it, but most of the time I just prefer
but like
black
syrup.
coffee. I don't know. I've got some fucking shit in my fridge that I dump into it sometimes.
I always
the
have to
thing
be
is
careful
like
drinking coffee.
I have a bit of sweetener in like instant coffee I make at home, because it's not like great coffee. But whenever I get anything from a coffee shop, I just don't put any sugar in it. But I have to have sugar in tea.
Ugh.
Coffee is literally the only thing that can make my stomach weak.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
can
well, I mean,
I can survive
I
the
go there as well.
harshest Asian foods without getting food poisoning, but like you give me a cup of coffee and it's like a 50-50 chance I'll be in the bathroom in the next minute.
Damn. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I hear coffee. There's like half my family doesn't drink coffee because it just straight up fucks them up.
Well, we actually
Like-
talked about this before in another podcast.
I'm not sure if that was on a podcast or not.
Or it might not have been on a podcast, but I remember talking to Cassie about,
Yeah.
people who can't take coffee.
Oh yeah, no, it's all different reasons as well. Like my cousin can't drink coffee because it gives him migraines. Like my sister
right.
can't drink coffee because it like repeats on her.
Repeats.
Like I think it repeats is when it like the taste comes back into your mouth. Like
Oh,
a lot
really?
of people get it with cucumber. Yeah, a lot of people in my family have it with cucumber. Like if they eat
What
cucumber,
the
they'll
fuck?
be
I've
like,
never heard of this
What?
before.
Me neither.
Me
"You
neither.
never heard
Is
of
that
like
not
if
just, like,
food
burping?
repeating on you?" Yeah, it's like okay, you'll know what it is when I say it. Say you eat something, yeah, and then maybe like for the next hour, you're constantly having like mini burps, and you can taste the food you just ate.
Oh, constantly regurgitating.
No, you're not regurgitating. You're not a mother bird feeding her children. You're not
Cucumber.
vomiting in your mouth. You're not vomiting in your mouth. It's just that the taste, like, the taste repeats on you. It comes
I
back.
have that with cucumber and
Going-
Yeah, there you
sometimes,
go.
But it only
There you
happens like
go.
once.
I think this is like
and it's
just
not a
specific
guarantee or
to
anything.
UKers.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'm definitely not as bad as your family.
Ouch.
No, my family's the worst. We're like so
Also,
complaining.
how does that stop you from drinking coffee?
It doesn't stop it. It's
Oh.
just
They just don't like
yeah.
it.
I mean, obviously,
going-
migraines stop my cousin drinking coffee, but
Going down like
No, it
another list
doesn't.
of weird biological
he just
symptoms.
whines about it. It's like I can taste coffee.
My friend gets like
I love
mouth
that.
farts.
Wait, what?
See,
You mean a burp?
No, it's a burp.
oh, I've had those.
No, it's like when you eat
I've-
something and like you burp, but it
And you can taste
smells
shit.
terrible.
Oh no,
I've
I've had
never
it.
had
I've
that.
had like maybe once or twice in my life. I've had this thing where like I want to say like a minute or less, I get these mini burps, and it just it's just this putrid taste of shit just fills my mouth.
Christ.
And
I've
both
never
times,
had
honestly, I remember both times. It's got to be linked to exercise because both times was during rugby training at school. Both times. So I don't know if I ate something that didn't agree with me, and then the exercise kind of like
You just exercised so much the shit came back.
yeah, I don't know, but it was awful. It was like there's no
Sounds it.
escaping it.
What the fuck is wrong
Because
with
like
you
I've
guys?
experienced it with him. I've experienced it with my friend. It doesn't smell like a fart. It just smells really bad.
Guys, we're at like 22 minutes.
Holy shit, you're right.
We made no promises at the beginning of this podcast.
No, that's true. I
Just
think
talk
we're
about
very
coffee.
clear that we might talk about anime at one point. So hey, I guess fall, summer season's like pretty much over.
Pretty much.
I mean, we can talk about like what we've been watching on the side.
Oh shit, we should talk about Haybot.
No, let's save that.
Save it for what? I mean, we're not going to review the fucking thing.
Well, why
I'm not
not?
watching another
Dude,
episode.
this is like an anime of the
Are you
season
kidding me?
candidate.
No, for the first impressions.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so if we're talking about like behind the scenes stuff, I feel like first impressions is something that we should probably try and dilute a bit more.
Okay.
Like, we've definitely had some people saying that we do a bit too much seasonal stuff, which I totally understand. And I think a first impressions episode where we literally talk about everything, like, I don't know, I feel like we could just spread that out a bit more and not just make an entire episode about it.
Okay.
And that way it kind of forces our hand into coming up with more original ideas for what we're going to do on a podcast rather than just be like, okay, let's check the box. What have we done this season? Have we done any chart? Yes. Have we done first impressions? Yes. Have we done halfway point? And have we done anime of the season? Yeah, topics are hard, but...
Well, that's more because we didn't used to record weekly, so... It's
true,
Did you guys already talk about the basic promised anime of the season, Keijo?
Oh my god! No. Yeah, we talked about it on AniChart.
Yeah.
But I think we're all gonna watch it because like I looked at Keijo and I was like, oh, okay, so it's that mini game from Dead or Alive, but they made an anime about it. That's literally, this is just gonna be fan service, and they're gonna sell like hentai from it or something. And then I watched the trailer and it looked super fucking entertaining.
It really did. Well, I can always get behind it. I can always get behind an ecchi anime that doesn't make any excuses.
I feel like I respect the hustle. Like, you know, like anime that are like really fan servicey, but they're really sleazy about it. You know what I mean? It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But like this anime is just like, yo, ass.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, guys,
you want it and we got it.
This is an ass anime. If you don't like ecchi, you're not gonna like this anime. Whereas, like, you go for, like, Televeru, and you're like, all right, here's a really cool story about a boy who meets an alien girl, but there's tons of fan service.
Cool story. Fuck off. The boy who meets the alien girl story is, like, one of the least cool premises in anime.
Whoa. Like, back off there. You're encroaching upon Ano Natsu de Materu.
That's like the only one I can think of that I actually like, and her being an alien is like practically irrelevant to like half the fucking...
I mean, Denpa Onata Seishun Otoko.
Spoilers.
Shit, what are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so ecchi anime that are constantly like coming up with really bullshit excuses to have ecchi scenes, like the beach episode, the guy trips over, he walks into the wrong bathroom... Like just the same shit over and over and over again.
As like an even more extreme, as an even more extreme example, like the recent anime. What was it? Jared, help me out here. The sex power up.
What?
The one we dropped. Yeah, no, Masogaku and HXH. Like literally using like sex and fan service as like a pertinent part of the plot. It's like this guy cannot fight, and the girls cannot fight unless they get fondled by this dude.
That's literally it.
And like I saw one screenshot, and it's like it's practically borderline hentai.
That's still super sleazy.
It's sleazy, it just doesn't hide it, or like it accepts it.
But there's just such a general lack of creativity in the mechanics of telling of like ecchi plot like moments.
Man, I wish
it's like you've seen the same shit so many times. So at this point, a butt bashing tournament where like they are as serious about smacking each other's asses together. Like they are as serious about that as like the characters in the sports anime are about their sport. Like I don't know.
Maybe even more so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I can feel okay about that.
I think the thing I liked the most about the PV was how clean it was. Like how it was quite well animated, almost to the point of being over animated.
The action scenes were like, what the fuck does over animated mean?
Never.
I'm talking.
It's like when you take the easy way out and pick new game for anime of the season.
Ooh.
We need to keep track
So
of like
lazy.
Kyle's like personal terminology for like appraising anime.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay, easy option for anime of the season. What does that mean? Okay, let's look. Okay, that means not Kyle's choice. Oh man, we need to save the bashing, the bloodshed
Yeah,
for the
we
actual
can.
episode.
No, I'm gonna be real timid that episode. So you might as well get it out now.
I
No.
believe you completely.
I mean, he's accepted his fate.
I have a feeling I'll write like a whole like Google document about what I'm gonna say during the podcast, and then just like fucking throw it out the window as soon as we start.
Hey man,
Throw
I
it
mean
out
it's
the
your
car.
anime of the it's your anime of the season. You get your time to fucking talk about it.
It's
Like,
our anime of the season.
No,
Like,
it most certainly is not.
Look, so you actually, I don't think you've realized that you actually have two cards that you could play. I'm not going to give it away for you. I might explain it afterwards if you lose.
Money.
But
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that is one thing.
You're gonna pay me,
Maybe.
I'll vote for it for anime of the season, I mean.
no, we can't set that precedent. Why even bother? Like,
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you after the podcast, Cassie.
All of our anime of the seasons become like bribes. Where we pay
The thing
each
is, it's
other.
like, I feel like-
most.
I feel like in the short term, that sounds like a good idea. Like, oh yeah, sure, Cal's going to pay me like $100 to pick his anime of the season. But then, like, we'll like a season will go around, and then we'll just be like Kyle, like, what's our anime of the season then? Like, direct debit or
I mean,
it's like, well, at that
Sounds
point, why
alright.
do we even bother?
I can pay. I can just pay Niall to just edit out your voices with my own. It's either I
Use the
pay you guys
impressions
to
of all
say
of
it, or
us.
I pay like Niall to have my voice as yours.
That's the end game. We'll get everything we want out of the podcast, and then we'll sell it to
off.
Cal, and then all quit.
I'll just have
send
an
them-
afterword added to each episode.
Oh, you
So
can,
every
you
week
can
we're
do
each
that in
sent
your,
our script for the
spoiler
podcast of the
warning.
week. That's all of Kyle's opinions, along with our paycheck. And then we just have to, we all get together like, oh, we gotta go talk about Kyle's opinions again. And then we have to act all cheery and pretend that we give a shit.
Isn't that every week?
I'll just start each podcast with Kaio should have waited.
Oh
I'm
god,
fucking
Yeah.
done.
yeah, so fucking true.
You can't pay me enough.
It's
Get
time to
out.
sell it off.
Don't worry,
Okay,
Cassie. I'll
let's,
buy your potato factory. We'll see who gets
Oh my
employee of
God.
the month this time.
that would really be impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's talk about Haybot then, because
Okay.
we all did that, right? That was the
Yeah,
four
it
of
was
us,
us
wasn't
four.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Haybot.
Let me find my screenshots.
I got
Oh, yeah,
nothing
good.
about getting
for the
that
audio.
2 out of 5 star review to a 3 out of 5 star review.
Yeah.
Didn't we all give it 5 stars though?
Yeah.
Not sure Kyle did, but 3 of us
Yeah.
at least.
So
We managed to get the review up a bit.
I gave it a.
I also went through and downvoted every single comment that shit talked it before we even watched it.
oh my god, so obviously, well, I guess not obviously. If you didn't tune in for the Annie Chart podcast, we found this anime called Haybot, and we watched the PV and we lost our fucking minds because it was basically like a straight up acid trip.
It kind of feels like Imaishi had a child with like some kind of kooky toy manufacturer.
Yeah. Kind of.
That was just like, we're just gonna make straight up anal jokes in our kids' anime.
Just constant, just constant,
Like, what's up? You can't stop us.
just constant non-stop references to like other animations and
Yeah.
toys.
And anal.
Ahegao.
So yeah, that was an experience. So the four of us were like, Cassie especially was like, Haybot when all the time in the fucking chat because Crunchyroll announced that they were going to broadcast it. Like for some, like why? Like actually, why though?
Because people are going to watch it. For sure.
No, they're not.
Crunchyroll's
The first
endgame is
episode?
every anime.
Yeah, they're going to watch the first episode and then they're not going to watch the second or any of the ones after that. They should have just literally just bought the first episode and try and break even.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Hey man, it's Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll owns this town, like with anime.
Well,
Hey, look, that's my narrative and I'm sticking to it.
It's still at 3 stars.
Sierra's
Nice.
Sierra's
You
So
playing
are-
nice
we rolled
with
up. The four of us rolled
Funimation.
up to the. We rolled up to the episode and we see that it's got 2.5 stars with like I think it was like 40 odd reviews, right?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
42.
Yeah. I 42 sounds right.
For reference,
And-
that's even lower than Mayoiga's first episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mayoiga, like even like everything Jared said, like points out, like everything on Control has more than 4 stars, pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow. And then we checked Mayoiga, and that held up. Like even Mayoiga, which like the first episode of Mayoiga, like was a fucking joke. Everyone was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm going to keep watching it to see if it's still like." To see if the train wreck continues, and then, well, Mayoiga. The less said about Mayoiga, the better, because that needs to stay in the past at this point. But
That's it though.
Never forget.
God. So, and then like all 4 of us just give it 5 stars, and we take that 2.5 rating to a 3. So I feel like if this podcast has no other contribution to the anime industry than that, let us be remembered as the podcast that took Heybot episode 1 from 2.5 stars to 3 stars. And then Cassie downvoted everything.
Yeah, I just checked that
I
one
did a
guy I
couple as well.
downvoted. He's still at a -1. Eat shit.
Nice. Wait, that means someone upvoted him. I put him down to -2.
Wow, who would upvote? This is the worst anime I've ever seen. Fucking terrible.
So
It's probably Kyle.
do we want to even talk about it? Like what's there to say? There was an awful lot of like weird sex humor in that kids show.
Cut the talk and screw it in my head.
Like
There was a lot of screw jokes.
I still don't fully understand the concept of what Heybot is as like a toy.
Yeah.
I looked into it, and there's like a starter set with 14 screws and a Heybot, which is actually kind of affordable to import. So maybe one day I'll buy one.
The anime
I
just
don't
own-
made
Oh
it
my
worse.
God.
Like the closest thing to an anime figure I'll own is a fucking Heybot.
Amazon will list it as like a sex toy.
And like I think from what I gathered in the anime, you put the screws into the Heybot and it makes a joke, and you have to
Combine
like you
them?
battle people you have to battle people by making the funniest joke, which is
Do you
it's just
role
such a-
play, or is it all the robot?
I don't know.
Is it
It's
just the
like the
3
most-
words, and each kid imagines it differently?
I don't know. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. Like not even slightly. Like
Maybe we'll find our episode 11.
it sounds like. I like honestly, the
Looking
only
forward
way
to
it makes sense to me is if it's like basically just imagination. Like
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
it's
see
a
what
kid's
else could
toy.
be. Yeah.
maybe. I don't
It's
know.
a kid's toy, but it's not a kid's show.
Yeah, not really.
Also, yeah.
I don't know
Cassie
if it's really a show for anyone, to be honest, but
Like Cassie pointed out halfway through, like literally every like 5 seconds something new happens. It's the most ADD thing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it is.
It's literally just it doesn't stop.
There was
There's
something they like dwelled on for ages though, and no one gave a shit about. What the I can't remember because it was like, what the fuck? It's not
At the
skipping like
start?
every 5 seconds now, and I don't care about this. What's going on?
I guess the
The story
battle
is
at the
pretty
end and
fucking cool.
the battle. Shut up! You
What?
say the story's cool?
No, like the fight, the action at the start, it was cool.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said story. I was
I
about to
feel
get
like
real mad.
once Heybot's over, we should like not bother watching anything else, but watch the very last episode.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
See what it gives
And then
us.
we'll review it. We'll review it.
Hey, Bob, first and last
Dude,
episode.
the last episode episode, we can give it a 5 out of 5 star review because no one will have gotten that far.
Then we can make it a game to see who gets it right. What happened in between?
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding?
Nobody can do that.
No one can do that. These people are insane.
Yeah, but some of us
I
maybe.
have to come back to the anal. Like, did you not see the fucking the old man with the diddle fingers just fingering the asshole of a fucking peach?
I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of anime.
Just like power drilling the fucking peach's asshole with his diddle fingers. Like, what the fuck?
He was doing like that fucking thing that the kids do all the time, where they run up behind people and stick their fingers up their butt.
Concho. Yeah.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Concho.
Like, oh my
That's what it's
god!
called.
I'd heard some stuff about the trains in Japan, but I'd never known there was like packs of molestation children that would literally run around
like
the fucking.
in Nagano Asakura, the kid in that did it all the time.
Isn't it in Barakamon as well?
It's
And
in
there's something else
tons
too. I
of
can't think
different
of the other
anime.
one. Yeah, but it's pretty common.
I think most people would know it from Naruto.
I know from Naruto. Yeah. I thought that was a Naruto thing.
Is that not an attack?
Yeah,
No.
it's one of Kakashi's attacks.
What?
I think
I actually think it's in a game.
Kakashi, yeah, it's in oh fuck, what game? Oh well, yeah.
Free? Is it in free?
Kakashi calls it the thousand years of pain attack or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh my god. Yeah, hey, but you should. I mean, I guess people should watch it. I'm not going to say don't watch it. Like, it was certainly an experience.
Yeah, at least the first episode.
Hey, man, you know what? Props to Haybot. In this anime industry where everyone's copying everyone else, at least Haybot has the courage to do something new.
Yeah, by copying literally everybody else.
Yeah,
And
but
putting it
it's
all
literally
together.
everybody else. So that is unique.
But isn't like a
Yeah,
crazy
it is.
nonstop everything style a style already?
Okay, sorry about that one, guys. Jared's audio just cut out there for a bit, so we had to. We just had to resync the audio tracks because Jared's running a new recording now because his cut out. So anyway, we were done with that Haybot topic, so we might as well move on. Let's go into our. Let's work out what our topics for Anime of the Year are going to be. I'm going to set a very arbitrary limit of 12 categories and obviously the overall Anime of the Year.
Okay.
In 2014, we did. I want to try and make it like one big recording this year. I think we'll see how we go. I don't want to record it in 2 sessions because I want to try and get I want to try and get all of the people involved together like throughout. Because in 2014 it was like we didn't have Ravi for the end, like the final thing.
Yeah,
so
God bless.
his picks got fucked, and we had Tim drunkenly ranting about bread while I was trying to get through all of the topics that we picked out in the first part, and that was basically unlistenable. So I think one big recording, and if it's like a mammoth, if it's like 5 hours plus, we can split it into 2 parts. But I don't want any more than 2 parts because I do feel like there's something nice about having like a yearly event.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
The end of the year podcast should be an event, and if it's 4 hours long, I'm totally okay with that. I've completely stolen. Me and David completely stole the whole Giant Bomb podcast like philosophy for end of the year stuff. Like they record like 16 hours of stuff for the end of the year podcasts. Yeah, they have like 5 4-hour podcasts sometimes. So we're going to have 12 categories, which we're going to decide on now.
I don't think this is going to be set in stone. This is just discussion.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's say it's not set in stone.
Figure out some of
but,
them.
I mean,
Probably.
I'm happy. I'm happy basically just saying, okay, this is what we're going with unless something comes up. Which, I mean, what's going to come up? Like, let's say, okay, it's not set in stone, but it's set in clay.
The clay will dry eventually.
Oh yeah,
unless it's changed, unless it's smoothed over.
Oh, shut up! Just shut up.
I'm extending your metaphor.
This year, I think we're going to go because there's more of us and we've seen more stuff. We're going to go for 10 we're going to go for a list of 10 anime for the anime of the year.
Okay.
That sounds pretty fair.
Yeah.
That will argue into place. I feel like 5 just
That
wasn't
way the bottom 5
representative.
can be our own picks who are really bitter that they didn't make it. And...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and it gives you more room to argue up your own personal picks as well.
Plus, if something doesn't make top 10, it'll make the person that liked it feel even worse.
I feel like if someone's got like something in their top 5, there's a very good chance it's going to make it into the top 10, because I feel like there's going to be an awful lot of overlap, and all the things that are overlapped will fill out the top. Like everything that we overlap on is going to be the top 5, and then everything that's like one person's number 2 that's not on anybody else's list will probably come in like 10 or 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Can't wait for
It's all
Colorado
about
to
the
win
day
that too.
and the weather and anything.
So, anybody got any topics off the top of their head that they want to say? I've got 4.
Soundtrack.
I've got soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can talk about the anime
And
we've been watching on the side.
OP/ED. We could probably put it together, like best OP, ED.
Well, but there'll be 2 different things though. So,
Do you want to do
Best
it as
OP
2 separate?
but it would be by default. How can we?
I mean, you can just
Unless
make
we're
them...
literally combining and saying which anime had the best combined OP and ED.
No, you can separate them. They're 2 individual things.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's 2 different topics. So OP, ED.
I'm making a list.
Yeah, me too. I've got a post-it note. OST.
That way we can tell if someone's lying.
And best girl,
See,
best boy.
my picks. Yeah, my picks: best girl and best boy.
Okay.
Which is best female character and best male character. But come on, it's an anime podcast, so best girl, best boy.
Can we have that as best feminine character?
No.
Get out.
It would be you, Kyle, wouldn't it, asking that question?
Yeah.
Best feminine character. No, because I'll get.
Okay,
I'll
what if
start arguing
someone
for people.
wants to pick Felix?
Well, I mean, nobody would.
That would be best boy, but I mean, yeah, okay. let's entertain the hypothetical scenario. He's a boy. He identifies as a boy.
He is sexually a boy, but
no, he calls himself a
just
boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
He's just a boy.
But he's a girl in every other sense of the word.
Except no.
Except no,
that's
he's
not how it
not. He's a
works.
boy who wears girls' clothes. Wearing girls' clothes and looking like a girl.
Acting like a girl.
If you say, look, it's like
That's very traditional.
You don't have to feel
Look,
bad.
okay, I'm gonna break it down.
Kyle.
Okay.
Why don't we have a third category?
Felix
Best trap.
is no
No.
best trap. Oh my god, has there actually been much of a selection this year? I can't
Not
think of
really.
any other than Felix. But no, he's a cross dresser. He is pretty clearly stated. Cross dressers aren't women
I didn't call him a woman.
unless they say they are. Like it's the difference between who was the trans character in Cavalry who was
I can't
basically
remember
just
their
straight
name,
up.
but yeah.
She just straight up presents as a boy, but it's like, call me Alice, I'm a girl.
Yeah.
That's trans. Like what you look like doesn't really matter. It's what you kind of decide you are.
That's why I said feminine.
That's not girl though. It's best girl and best boy.
I think, Kyle, I need to take you aside and just explain how some of these concepts work. No, Felix falls very, very, very firmly into best boy category. And if all this is a stunt so you can get him on both lists, you can fuck off. I wouldn't put it past you.
Oh, I'm not going to vote for him on either.
That's good to know.
Okay, best boy, best girl. I'm vetoing best trap because
Okay.
we have to. This podcast needs some dignity. We can't.
Does it?
Comedy of the year.
Yes.
Comedy of the
You
year.
can hear my keyboard.
The thing is that sets a precedent of then do we have best drama, slice of life,
No.
action?
Just comedy.
You know it.
No.
No. I veto that then. Unless we're going.
Why?
And the thing
Comedy
is, I
of
feel
the
like.
year is a classic.
Oh, actually, no. Comedy of the year is a classic
Yeah.
because of Terraformers. Oh, Cassie, you're right.
That's why I said it.
Okay. No. Okay. Comedy of the year. We'll have a comedy of the year category, but comedy is in quotation marks.
Okay.
That's how we preserve the spirit of the category.
Although then we can't vote for a very specific one.
I will.
Yeah, but you're wrong. Okay, we got that there.
Biggest disappointment.
Yeah, best surprise and biggest surprise, biggest disappointment.
Best scene.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, best
last
scene.
season.
Best scene. Yeah, best scene. Best visuals.
Yeah.
Or best visuals or best looking anime. And I kind of don't want to separate.
I don't know how
specific
specific you want to get with that. So
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to separate things like style, things like animation and art.
Yeah.
I don't want to separate any of those.
No.
I'd much rather have a holistic, best visual package. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm okay with that.
And we can also have a best package category.
Okay, got it.
Best visual. I want to say the best package is probably be awarded to the Grimgar OP, where they're all in bodysuits.
Yeah.
I know. We could also throw in best ass in that one as well.
It's just the best, though. Really, let's.
It is.
Yeah, it's not a list. It's just
Okay, so how many have we got here? OP and the two I'm not 100% sold on is OP and ED. Like,
They should be
They're
separated.
I guess I
one.
could see. No, they are separated. It's just, do we need two categories for that? Like,
I don't
That's
think
why
so.
I said one.
yeah. That's what Cassie said. And
The
you were
one,
like, well,
one
why can't we just
category
make them
doesn't
one?
make sense.
Why not? You
No,
just
one
pick which one you like the best. You're not picking both in one spot. You say, I like this OP or this ED the best.
Ah, I'm with you. Sorry, I'm with you. Okay.
Finally.
Yes. Okay. Yes. My bad. My bad. Okay. OPED. I guess I can see that. I mean, there's a very few EDs. Like, I feel like throwing ED into this category, if we're comparing EDs to OPs, it's kind of just like,
There are a lot of really good EDs.
I'm trying to think.
Conrabo.
I like the Soma season 2, Dangan, Despair, but then the Despair OD isn't as good as the OP. So
That doesn't make it bad.
no, it's just
Also, like, song-wise, it's better. Visually, no. But, I mean...
oh yeah, no, but I mean that's, you can't just say I like this OP because the song's really good. It's got to be the entire. It's got to be the.
Yeah.
Again, it's like visuals. It's like the whole like package. Like it doesn't matter if you've got a really good song. If you've literally just cut out like half of the OP is just like cut scenes from episode 1, you can fuck off. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. It's just I feel like ED is just kind of like a consolation prize.
Then
for
don't
ED,
pick
saying,
one.
like, yeah,
Like,
you're invited to, but let's be honest. If we made a list of the top 5 OPs and EDs, all 5 would be OPs.
No,
Because
Conrabo.
OP,
Trust me.
I don't think
Jonas
so.
and Kyle will back me up on this. Maybe.
What's that?
Conrabo ED1.
I like it.
Maybe if it was top 10, I think maybe.
I mean, if we're voting for like an all-time of the year, then probably not. But like in that
No,
I
maybe
season,
not number 1, but
it just has been so
It's up
many.
there.
See, I just don't want it to be OP
ridiculously good
only
OPs this
because
year.
I don't want to, like, leave EDs out.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean. It's like it just feels like it's just ceremony of just being like, and EDs were included, but let's be honest, the OPs this year were stupidly fucking good. So
I don't remember any.
we're not really going to end up talking about EDs any seriously because like, is there a single ED this year that could compare to like Kids Neither or what Mob Psycho? I almost called it One Punch Man. You know,
Better Punch Man.
no, it's No Punch Man. He doesn't use his fist.
Yeah, true.
No Punch Boy.
I don't know. I
Um,
would probably vote. I don't know. Never mind.
Like, yeah, I can think of some. Like, for example, the Soma ED is probably better than the Soma OP, but I'm not going to vote for either of them. Does that make sense? I don't know.
I like the first OP the most.
But I guess I'm totally happy with calling it OPED because maybe not this year, but maybe there will be like an ED in a year that's just stupidly good. So in terms of setting precedent, sure, but I'm just saying like ahead of time. EDs don't stand a chance this year.
We'll
the
see,
OPs
we'll
this year
see.
were way too good. Way too good.
I'm gonna fucking make the Mayoga ED win just to spite you.
I don't even remember it.
I don't remember the Mayuga ED at all.
That's how good it was.
I don't even remember. Oh no, the OP. The Mayuga's had a really fucking good OP.
Yeah, I did.
God, the OP was so good.
I don't remember Mayuga.
Mayuga's OP was that. It's like it's the girl just fucking belting it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Now that you said the girl belting it out, now I remember how like irritating it was.
Okay, are we happy with that category now?
Yeah.
Okay,
for
cool.
sure. I feel like we've got 3 arbitrary categories left to fill. Let's go with some jokey ones.
We already have
podcast is
best
a joke.
Package.
Best package. Most attractive character, maybe.
Did we already had worst anime of the year?
Oh.
No, just
Worst
best
anime
comedy.
of the year.
No, best comedy is something entirely different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, best comedy, but there's definitely going to be some overlap because let's be honest, Divine Gates.
You guys might as well just like make up a
Best
separate
comedy.
category section for Mayuga.
Just
'Cause
best
it would win.
Mayuga of the year. Best meme of the year.
Award.
Meme anime of the year.
I was going to say,
Yep.
do we want to have a meme of the year category?
We probably should, to be honest.
Because let's be honest, ReZero's had some good memes as well. Like that week, honestly,
No
the week
spoilers.
we all pretended. Oh fuck that!
Okay.
It's finished. We're going to be spoiling it soon anyway when we do anime of the season, and it's not even actually a spoiler. It's literally one episode. Like when we all pretended that Rem didn't exist for one episode, and then as soon as the episode was like the next episode came out, we stopped doing that. That was a good meme. I like that meme.
It was good.
That was a good meme, you know? Oh my god, and okay, so there is definitely a bigger meme from ReZero that we're not going to spoil, but oh my god, that is a contender. I guess I can say I love Amelia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
doesn't give it
is
away.
that even a spoiler at this point?
If I say I love Amelia, it doesn't give away
Instead
the
of a
context.
meme, that's just kind of a trigger for people.
Which is why it's a good meme.
yeah.
No, you can
I like that
separate that into a category: best trigger of the year.
I think they're the
Well, that's
same.
'cause
Or they can be both.
Redraw Rainen. Or what's his name?
Redraw Reagan. Yo,
Redraw Reagan's
so
a
good.
fantastic fucking meme. Although I feel kind of bad about calling that a meme because that's just like creativity.
Yeah.
But it's a hashtag. It's a meme because let's be honest, it's not like people are taking stock photos and like classic memes.
Yeah, because
and
that's
redrawing,
not
like,
something the
Reagan in them.
anime did.
No, but I mean, it's not serious. Like it's definitely in the meme spirit, even though it's very creative. Which usually creativity and memes don't really go together. But
Those are the best ones, though.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, no, I definitely think there's, and obviously like the whole fucking season Mayuga was airing is a meme in its own right. So
God, that was
I'm
the
happy.
best.
I'm happy saying best meme.
I still have all those
So-
webms bookmarked and saved. I'm gonna whip those out.
So okay, so coming back to best comedy and worst anime, like there's definitely overlap. There's definitely overlap there. Like Divine
For
Gate
some.
is definitely being voted for.
Well, we'd have to
both
figure out how
categories.
we would.
So is
I'm
Haybot.
not gonna say Divine Gate's worst anime of the year. I wouldn't even put it in there.
No,
It just
there
sucked.
are
Really?
It would have
Super
It was really
lovers.
bad, but
it would have to
Okay,
be something.
no, you're
it would
right.
have to be worst anime that we finished. Because if you
No.
Probably.
But I don't
That-
finish
that's-
bad anime.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well,
I don't
true.
finish bad anime either. Like I have so few anime on my
Like
mail
I'm not
that
gonna
I
go
actually
watch
finished
all of
that's got
Super
less than
Lovers so
5.
I can say, "Yep, that was trash."
No. We can't do that. Like
That's a good
that's
point.
literally just self-flagellation.
Well, I mean, you can. Like, if you finish something and you can be like, "It was fucking terrible," and you can bring it up.
I feel like if you finish something, that gives you a bit more weight in that category to throw around. Like, I feel like Maya Manchu is going to get thrown out really quickly because I watched 1.5 episodes and
You
everyone else
actually
liked
think
it.
that's the worst anime of the year?
wow.
That anime left one of the worst tastes in my mouth
Holy fuck!
because
'Cause
a
you're
lot of the
excited,
things. Things like Divine Gate, I was just kind of like, seriously, and I dropped it like immediately. I didn't even watch any Super Lovers because obviously not. But the thing is, it's like it left a. I guess a Manchu for me might be a better fit for best disappointment because there were so many people just being like, "Oh, a Manchu's going to be anime of the season," based literally off the fact that I guess it's
mangaka.
like someone who,
Director.
like someone who made Aria, which is like a really niche cult classic, you know? Like whether or not you agree with this mentality, the popularity of throwing Arya around as like a, you know, like one of your favorite anime, that's definitely on the rise recently. Like I'm not going to make any kind of observations on that trend. I'm just pointing it out.
I think more people have actually started watching it. Is one thing.
Sure, but I feel like it's when you have like an opinion leader.
I know what you mean.
Who points, who's like, this is one of my favorite anime. That definitely does draw people in to watch a show, which I think is what's been happening here. But let's be honest, it's not like it's any better than it was when it aired. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah.
I do tend to raise an eyebrow when things surge in popularity, especially when a big name or several big names have put their brand to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like Shawshank Redemption that no one really talked about when it aired, but everyone who watched it when it aired said it's a fantastic movie. It's just not many people watched it, and then it grew and grew and grew and snowballed naturally. You know, it's like overnight. Yeah. Anyway. Whatever. That could be a topic, I guess, but that's also a very contested issue, I think. Which I don't really feel like weighing in on because I don't really think there is a right answer to that. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Finding someone that has similar taste to you and then liking the things they like, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. You know, in a way, that's the fundamental core like principle of like reviewers. You know, finding
Pretty
someone
much.
whose opinion you trust and following it. So anyway, what do we have left? Yeah, so I guess I'm happy now with separating comedy and worst anime. I do want to title the best comedy, as the Terraformers Award for best comedy.
Wait, should we call it the Terraformers Award?
Yeah, it's the Terraformers Award. Terraformers is presenting the award. Like the idea of.
Oh, season 2 can't even fucking go in there because that first episode, I don't want to link that scene again. It was so bad. I'm getting PTSD.
There's definitely something very fulfilling about saying the phrase that, like, and the Terraformers Award for Best Comedy of the Year goes to Divine Gate.
Yeah.
There's something very satisfying about that. So.
I actually, the worst show I've seen ever actually aired this year, so I've got one as well. Me and Kyle watched it. No
so come on,
spoilers.
let's go for one more category. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I'll probably
best sequel.
pick the
How
same
about
one.
best sequel? Do you think that's a good idea? Because I feel like sequels often get overlooked, like season 2s.
How do we
I guess
measure that?
Like,
The best
like
show that
along
is a
the
sequel,
lines
or the
of-
best thing that being a sequel?
like any season 2 onwards, like specifically looking at those, maybe. But then I don't know. Like I don't feel like a lot of us have watched a vast amount of them this year.
I mean, I just say Conrevo again, so
Yeah, I guess. But then you argue
Euphonium.
that
there's
Fuck
not
off,
much
you can't do
argument
that.
there. No, not me. I mean, you or
no,
Jonas
as in
would,
like
and
you can't say something's going to be the best of the year before it's even out. Like
it's Euphonium.
yeah,
I
which
mean,
means like honestly, I feel like the high stakes are just as much of an indicator as a potential for most disappointing anime as best. You know.
Yeah, but
So.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
I
it's
still doubt it
also
will be.
difficult because a lot of
Probably.
a lot of the
probably,
sequels
but
that came
I'm
out
just saying.
are sequels from years ago that not a lot of us have maybe seen.
What about movie? Have we watched many? I barely watch any movies.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, I
going to
haven't
be
really seen
seeing
any.
some.
Oh, to steal another category, we could go with hottest mess for like what the fuck is going on with your
Mayoga?
production team?
Oh, that kind of mess.
Yeah, like things like what happened to Orange halfway through.
It picks back up, kind of.
Berserk. Sure.
Yeah.
Like Berserk, obviously, that's a big
I
contender.
mean, their staff list was a bit weird from the start.
How do we feel about hottest mess?
I think
Eh.
we'll need to discuss that a bit.
Yeah. I think we'll go with what we did last time. Each category gets 2 runners-up and a winner.
Okay. Other than
anime
of the
season.
year.
Yeah, like we won't order 2 and 3, but we'll say a winner and 2 runners-up for each category, and then anime of the year we pick the list.
How many?
We've got 11. I'm just like I kind of think we could probably try and figure out something we're a lot happier with. We could go something. I feel like we've got some good jokey ones.
Yeah, I have 15.
You have 15. OPED, OST, best girl, best guy.
What about like best
meme,
like
comedy,
feels
surprise.
or something?
The most feels.
The most.
Like
Wait,
I don't
best
know. That could kind of
idea.
fall under best scene too, but
No, not necessarily, because for me, scene like that leads a lot towards like action moments and stuff like that.
see, I don't agree with that.
See, but that's the difference of opinion on what we value in a scene.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
that's why I'm saying like feels things could fall under best scene.
Best moment? No. I'm happy with it being scene, honestly. Like, I feel like you could
that's what I'm
argue.
saying.
You could. Yeah. So wrap feels into scene then.
That's
and call it a
exactly what
day.
I said.
Oh, cool. So don't. Why? Okay.
What do you want
Thanks
two
for bringing
different
that
kinds
up,
of
Cassie.
scenes? Or?
Well, like I brought it up first, and I was like, no, I guess that would just fall in the scene. And you were like, oh, I imagine
Okay.
scene is more of an action thing, and I was like, no, but
Alright.
that's not right.
Best animated sequence.
No, fuck off.
Best fight.
I'm not going to say. No, let's not dilute a good topic. to
Best
make more
OTP.
topics. Oh,
No, they're different.
No, you're right. You're right. Cassie's right. Best OTP. Is any vetoes on OTP?
No, I can't think of any right now, but I'm
Kyle,
sure I
are
will.
you dead?
No,
Kyle?
no, I'm,
Is that a nat? Are you dead, or is that a nat to OTP?
I'm fine with it.
I mean, you should be fine with it. I feel like you've got the
Yeah.
strongest fucking OTP in your heart than like any of us.
Well, that's just
And it
me,
includes
really.
himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Rem/Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with best OTP. So,
Okay.
which ones do you have, Jared? That I don't.
I'll put them in the recording chat.
Did I call you Kyle?
What's
I don't think so.
Okay. I addressed you, and then I was like, did I just call him Kyle?
Hopefully not.
Recording chat. Hopefully not. Okay, OST.
Or Karen.
Yeah. ED. Best boy, best girl. Yeah, biggest disappointment, biggest surprise, best scene, best visuals. Oh, best package was a joke.
I just
And
wrote
I don't think we
everything.
settled. Yeah, I don't think we settled on best package or most attractive character either. I feel like most attractive character is something that will come up in best boy and best girl.
what about biggest badass?
Yeah, but best movie as well. No, biggest badass again will come into best boy, best girl.
I don't know. I don't
Like-
think most attractive really goes into best boy, best girl.
Hey, it can do.
I mean, it can if your tastes are garbage.
Who would be? I'm just thinking.
I'm not sure. What have I watched this year?
I guess.
Oh,
But even still, I'm happy with what we've got.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it
Like,
needs its
I
own.
really do feel like all of these things we're talking about would literally just be by stripping all of these components of what makes a best boy and best girl out into separate categories. I'd much rather best boy and best girl just be like a big fucking clusterfuck of argument.
I better get my notes ready.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got my list. Have you edited?
Also,
Yeah,
Jared,
hang on.
you have to finish all of Danganronpa, including the anime, by the time we do these awards. Thanks.
Yes. Well, I'm almost finished too.
Yeah,
There's definitely some Danganronpa stuff that is relevant to some of these categories.
yeah.
That's why we need character design.
One of the best boys is definitely.
Oh my god, just stop.
He's not wrong.
Okay, best package can go. Most attractive character can go. Like, best movie is a good idea in theory, but I just don't feel like we
Probably haven't seen enough.
Yeah, I
probably
would
not
have, like,
seen enough.
nothing
I
to
certainly
contribute to
have.
that.
I would have nothing to contribute either, and especially because like a lot of the movies that come out this year we don't get until way later.
Yeah.
You know,
I pretty much just get to see Koi no Katachi, and then Kizu 1 and 2. Kizumonogatari. That's like pretty much it.
Oh shit! I didn't take out hottest mess. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that list into the doc, and we can put a ribbon on that. Do we want to have a writing category? Like, just be like suggestions, and if one sticks out as really good, we'll have a special category for viewer submitted category or something.
Yeah,
I
our
think that'd
viewers
be good.
always submit things to us. That's always successful.
Hey, if we ask on Discord,
Maybe, like,
we
5
do get
people
replies.
reply.
It's just that
With
it's
the
just that all
lasagna.
fucking bad. Yeah. Talk about lasagna for your question of the week.
We did, though. Briefly.
Yeah, we talked about how stupid that question was. Which I guess is part of the charm of question of the week, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, anyone got... Kyle, are you dead?
Sorry. I just don't.
Don't just laugh like that. My God.
I just didn't have anything to add to it.
Aww.
You all have shit taste.
Thank you.
Can we have an award for saltiest person of the podcast? And just give it to Kyle.
That's not even an award.
I feel like just speaking about anime around you triggers you now.
You're not wrong.
Best adaptation, I would say, but we
Just
haven't
stop,
read any
don't-
source
Yeah,
material.
we're done.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
call this one a day.
So yeah,
Okay, so I mean, do we have anything else we want to talk about, or should we just wrap it up there? What time are we? Yeah, 1 hour 20. That's a good.
yeah,
That's
that's
all
good.
right.
Depressing. Kyle,
Well, we've
you can
got
play
like
quiet,
15
so I'm
minutes
gonna-
cut out in the middle too, or so.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think that's fine.
Kyle, I'm throwing the mic to you, dude. What do you want to talk about? What's going on in your head right now?
Okay, Working is a really good anime because I've been
Working.
watching it.
I tried watching Working, and I feel like I should give it another chance because I really do enjoy workplace anime.
Like it's one of those slice of life that you can tell they spent a lot of time, and it's weird because it's adapted from a 4-koma manga.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's not just like a everyday life. Literally, each character is not normal that works at this.
Oh my god, I'm
restaurant.
getting flashbacks to that fucking. I don't even remember what the name of it was, but they worked in like a comic, like in a manga store, and there was like free lollies.
Oh,
something.
you're talking about. I know the one you're talking
so
about.
Bad. It was so.
It had
bad.
like one of the year's best ships in it, though.
Like one of them was like a manga artist. One of them was like into zombies.
One of them was like the generic loli character that was always like crying.
Yeah.
Mm.
God, that was awful. That was a really bad anime.
I don't know. I really liked it from what I remember.
Yeah, but Kyle.
I know. Everything is everything is an uphill battle for me on this podcast.
You do represent a demographic.
To be
though.
honest,
does.
if Nate ever recorded with us, you'd have a friend.
Like Kyle, you're like I know it feels like you're possibly drowned out on this podcast, but I feel like when it comes to in every regard, Kyle would have more support from the mass anime viewing public.
Yeah,
than
the way
any of us.
the way I view it is like you guys are the 1%.
Oh
Maybe
my god.
two.
That's coming from the guy who lives on his own private island.
Exactly. You see, after living in seclusion for so many years, I've been in tuned with like the voice of the internet. Because
Downloaded
all
his opinions.
Kyle's 1% lifestyle has brought him closer to the
Exactly. Yeah, and then I also started rewatching One Piece.
Okay, I'll see you in 5 years.
Well, no, like
How far have you got?
it honestly doesn't take that long. I'm already like close to episode 50.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't remember what episode you were on when you talked to me.
I was probably on like 6.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I guess I could talk about Princess. I don't think I've talked about Princess Jellyfish on the podcast.
No, you haven't.
Because I watched that, and that's gone in.
Wow.
Is it better than Cross Ange?
No.
I mean, most things are.
I gotta watch that at some point too.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Cassie, if you watch, I know you don't like group watching, but if you ever watch Cross Ange, can we watch it together? Because
maybe it'll make it more tolerable.
I just want to. I've been like playing around with the idea of having like a big group watch of Cross Ange and just bullying as many people as possible into watching it. Like,
I think it would be a reverse Kyle situation at that point.
I just hate scheduling when I watch things because I don't like to schedule things. It's just like, oh, then what if I don't feel like watching anime, or what if I want to watch it right now?
I guess. I've
got one friend I watch things with, and that's enough for me.
You can force her into it by just having it as a podcast episode.
Like Die Lovers.
That's worked well in the past. Oh, I see what you mean. No, it's too long. It's 24 minutes an episode and 24 episodes.
All right, at 1,000 subs.
I'm raising it a bit high there.
Wait, Cassie. Are you committing to that? We could reach 1,000 subs.
I could pay a bot.
100% commit to that because it'll probably take that long for me to get around to watching it.
Okay, Princess Jellyfish is really, really, really good.
What is it?
I feel like... What is it?
Yeah.
It's kind of old. It's not super old. I feel like it's mid-2000s, possibly. I think they mentioned Twitter in it, so it can't be that old. It's about a house of, I think, the 5, like, basically just men. Like, is the youngest one, and she's like mid-20s, I want to say. Most of them are in their 30s, and they're all just like, they're all geeks, but not like otaku. None of them are otaku. They're all like specific. Like, one of them's into trains. One of them's into the Battle of the Three Kingdoms, the Chinese thing, like Dynasty Warriors stuff.
But wait, those are really high profile otaku subcategories.
Yeah. Those are just different kinds of otaku.
Yeah, but they don't talk about anime manga at all.
Well, yeah, but like
that's not what otaku means.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's literally like hobbyists, pretty much.
Like, you look, if you ever watched Prison School, like the character with the glasses is one of those stereotypical Three Kingdoms otaku.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, so I guess they're all otaku. Well, yeah, I think one of them's into like China dolls.
Okay.
It's like,
what way?
Like every like time, it's like she sees a 6-year-old and she's like, "Oh, that's a good old dude." 10 out of 10 would bang. And anyway, the main character's into jellyfish, like cataloging them all and drawing them all. Like, she's really good at drawing them, but she only draws jellyfish. And they kind of live these really. They all have they all have crippling social anxiety and just don't leave the house at all and don't talk to anyone but each other. And like this, in the first episode, the main character just bumps into this like really attractive, like fashionable woman who turns out to be a cross-dresser, and it just goes from there.
Okay.
Like this guy just brings like the main themes of the show are confidence and beauty. And the cross-dressing character has both of those things, and she doesn't in her life. And it's not the message of the show isn't that you need confidence and beauty to be happy, but it's about how your life can be improved if you have these things. Like, if you feel good about yourself and the way you look, it can make your life more colorful and richer. And yeah, like it's a very short anime, and it very clearly finishes like there is no like stopping point. It's just like, okay, the last episode happens and this story clearly isn't done, like not even slightly. Like it wasn't even like, it was barely a wrap up. Like they wrapped up the story from that episode and that was it, basically. Like I think in the second to last episode or the last episode, they literally just set up a new ship, which is so frustrating because I was shipping it like super hard.
Are you planning on watching
really
the live action?
Probably not, but I might read the manga at some point. I think it's a manga. Well, whatever. If the source material is complete, I'm definitely tempted to read it, like see where that story goes and those characters. But yeah, there's some really neat side characters. Like the cross-dresser's brother is like a 30-year-old virgin because he had like a traumatic memory of a kid of walking into his dad banging some random woman,
Jesus,
in a closet. So he's just like, he's basically just like been like noping sex his whole life, and he falls victim to this woman who basically roofies him and tricks him into thinking he had sex with her to like twist his arm on like building developments. And she's fucking awesome. She is such a cool character. She's a total scumbag, but that's why she's awesome.
Okay.
Like she's kind of fills a very male archetype in a way of basically just using any means whatsoever to reach her goals. And yeah, she's one of my favorite characters in that series. Because yeah, like episode 10 or something, they kind of like, even though she was like completely manipulating him, it was like he was so cute and she was so like cool that I just kind of wanted something to happen, and they kind of tease something like right at the end, which is such a fucking cock tease. like honestly, that's part of the reason I want to follow up on the manga, is to see if that goes anywhere. But yeah, it was just really, really nice little story with really memorable characters and interesting themes. That it's very similar to NHK, where just you don't. Anime like this don't get made anymore. Like when was the last time we had like an anime?
Oh, cool! It is getting localized. There's 3 volumes out now.
Of
Princess Jellyfish.
Oh, neat.
Are you talking about specifically like the genre of like struggling to adapt to society?
Kind of, but like actually like mature sexual, like just like it's about adults doing adult things and dealing with adult problems.
Yeah. I might look into this.
Yeah, I'm actually interested now.
And the crossdresser is possibly one of my, if not my all-time favorite anime character.
Okay.
Like, he is incredible. And coming back to the whole Felix thing, totally he literally doesn't even change his voice at all. That he has to make up a name on the spot so he can actually get into the house and not give away that he's a dude. He basically does it to rebel against his family. He comes from a rich business family, and he sees cross-dressing as a way to pursue both his love of fashion and also to piss his dad off, so he doesn't get sucked into the business.
Nice.
But yeah, basically because of the whole like no boys allowed in the house, he kind of has to cross-dress at all times when he's with his new friend, the main character. But definitely before that, it seems like it was like more of a one-off thing that he did every now and again. Yeah, he's so good, and he's so hot as well. Like, oh my god. Yeah, so that's Princess Jellyfish. It's definitely shot right up my favorites list, and 3 hours would be 10. Probably rewatch at some point because it is so short, and yeah, recommend to anyone.
Okay. Nice. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that would be a really good group watch, actually, because I feel like it's only 11 episodes.
Yeah.
11? Yeah, it's so short.
Series.
Same.
Really? You don't want, 13? I feel like 13 is the perfect number.
I don't know, it's just a lot of the 11 or 22 episode series I've seen of just...
Mm-hmm. I don't know, I can't really think of any other 11 episode series off the top of my head. I think it's more of an older thing, right?
Anohana.
What did you say, Brooke?
I can't actually remember. I got distracted.
Okay.
No, this
Yeah, that was 2010.
Like, they didn't make any more of it, and they could have done, so I assume it didn't do very well. So, or it didn't do good enough. Hopefully it did. Hopefully it at least made some money for the... It's sad. I mean, I am... Like, anime is kind of changed, like... There's been some really cool anime this year. Like, I do feel like this year's been such a strong year for anime, but I don't feel like there's been anything really experimental, like, genuinely fresh and new. It's all just been really refined. Like, stuff we've seen a bunch that... I think Erased, honestly, is, like, the most interesting premise I've seen this year.
Forgot that was this year, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it again, but can't remember.
Like, when I think of spring, it's just like Grimgar.
Wait, was it spring or winter? No.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, like, if you look at my favourite anime of this year, it's things like Flying Witch, which is just a slice of life.
Yeah, it's just a
there's
good
not much
version.
more to it than that. Grimgar, which is kids trapped in the fantasy game world, you know, like...
Maybe.
Come on. Boku Hero, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you could argue New Game is a little different, but game development's been done, Moe's been done, so... And comedy's been done, so...
I think it's just really well executed in its case.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like...
A lot of these...
Almost in every example, it's just... It's a very familiar premise. It's just been polished to a really high standard.
Yeah.
It's just... There's nothing that really pushes the boundary and challenges the viewers anymore. Like,
Super Lovers push some boundaries.
Shut up.
Challenge the viewers.
More like it's viewers a challenge.
Yeah, I was just gonna make that joke.
But I get, like, it's okay. You know, I'm not unhappy with the way anime is right now. I do think we're seeing a lot of really good anime being made. It's just a little sad, you know. Like, I guess I just want more, but
yeah.
I think the saddest thing I've noticed is, like, OVAs just don't exist anymore.
This year?
Well, no, I'm not. I mean, like, the purest form of, like, an OVA, not where, like, they add an episode, and I mean, like, a purely, like,
an OVA series,
non-simulcast series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, that's one thing that kind of ticks me off a little bit, because I don't classify those add-on to the Blu-ray episodes as OVAs, because they're just kind of add-on. I mean, like, in the
they're like
term,
bonus episodes.
In the term of the word, yeah, it didn't air on TV, so it's technically an OVA. But I don't like it when people jumble that in with, like, the actual OVAs, like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Gunbuster, pretty much everything pre-90s. Well, no. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Cocoon, what's it called?
How many cigarettes have you had during this episode?
7 or 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I've noticed.
I don't know. I feel like anime is kind of getting the whole seasonal structure of anime that, like, all of the little exceptions to the rule are slowly drying up. You know?
Yeah, I think...
Very rarely do you get an anime that's longer than 20 minutes now, and in a non-traditional format. It's so rare.
I feel like the creativity is being stagnated by the format that you're talking about.
And I don't know, maybe that leads into the whole, we're getting very refined, but typical stuff. And also there is a whole, like, studios don't want to, they go with, you know, it's the reason why there's a lot of very similar concepts. The whole battle school and slice of life stuff, it's very safe. But I don't know. It's interesting to think about. We just need someone to come. We need someone to come and say the whole fucking system. It is now. It's just like, okay, we're like this new studio that's gonna do, like, weird fucking shit. Like, we're releasing a minute, like, web animations.
Oh,
It's just gonna be like, Yeah, they're just going to go up on the web, and we're just going to make ad revenue, and it's going to be worldwide accessible, and we're just going to cut out like TV completely, and like kind of like what Netflix is doing to Hollywood right now. That's what we need for anime.
I mean,
and I feel like in a way, streaming service isn't shaking up anime. In a way, it's like solidifying it or something. I don't know. Maybe if there's more anime, if there's ever an anime that's custom made for a streaming service, like
yeah,
you know,
Netflix is
cool.
a lot bigger than like Crunchyroll and such.
But it's the same. It's the same concept, though. You know, Netflix wasn't big at a point. You know, like when
was
the
it
first
really doing
Netflix...
many original series at that point, though? Like,
well, I feel like House of Cards was Netflix's first original series, wasn't it? I want to say. And
I did not realize it was.
and there's still probably a lot more people with Netflix than comparing
well,
them.
I mean,
obviously,
yeah.
but you can't compare the global market for television to the global market for anime. Like, I feel like, I just feel like if change is going to happen, I feel like streaming services making original content is probably the place it might. That's all I'm saying.
That happening.
Chinese
soon,
cartoons will be the saviors.
Oh shit! Yeah, you could be right there. This whole esports anime is
2
like
years.
really fucking interesting.
I made that guess on no basis, but I said it anyway.
Saying what? Chinese cartoons
2
will
years.
save anime in 2 years.
Yeah,
I've also stated interest in seeing more Korean cartoons as well. They have a lot of animation studios in Korea.
yeah, they just help the Japanese studios.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Korean original IPs that are popular globally.
I'd be interested in that.
I'd be super interested in that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, globalization. Maybe that's the answer.
We'll see in 2 years.
Like, I very much would like the anime 2 years. It's different from now. If it's the exact same as it is now, it's just going to be like, I don't know. I don't want to make any doom
I think
and gloom predictions.
it's a slow evolution because anime 10 years ago is a lot different than it was today.
Sure, it's just like I'm not seeing much change anymore. Like that's my point.
I don't think it's really as easy to take risks with that, though.
Well, it's getting to the point where they're fine tuning and finding out what makes money and kind of sticking with it.
I think that's the truth. Is there's not a whole lot of money in anime, so it's got to be like they've got to play safe and by the book, you know.
Yay, producers.
I don't know. It's just my I think what I was trying to say though is that I can't exactly see myself getting more enthusiastic about anime if it's going to be like I'm not exactly going to say that's going to kill my love for anime, but it's not going to help it. That's for certain.
A lot of people I've talked to that are like way a bit older than us have found out that they've moved from liking series to liking movies. Just for that creativity index.
Maybe, but that I think that comes down to how much content you want to consume.
Anime like insanely good.
I mean, there's like Kimi no Nawa, which is the only other anime film that has made 100 million that wasn't a Ghibli film.
Ghibli, yeah. I'm surprised Pokemon's not up there. You'd feel like the first Pokemon movie would have sold shit ton in Japan.
I think like the top 5 movies this year in Japan, all but one of them have been anime. It might be more than 5, but the only one that's not is the Hideaki Anno that did the Godzilla.
Godzilla?
Yeah, that's one of those.
It is.
So anime director as the other top grossing movie.
One thing I'm really waiting for is for Evangelion to finish. Because
you're far from alone.
Well, no, that basically means that he's done with Evangelion and he's going to start something else. I think
he's done with Evangelion now, dude. He's just
just like everything he's doing now is like he's focusing on like he's
Didn't I see an article that he hates doing Godzilla or something, and he's done after this one?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I heard that he wants to do anything but Evangelion.
I mean, Evangelion's what, 1997?
He's a really eccentric
like 20
person.
years.
Okay, are we done? Should we call it there?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just
good.
want to say,
Cool. I feel like
if you do free, I'm not going to say we'll use them, but if you think something's cool,
probably
then
will.
maybe we will too.
yeah, I think we've got a permanent Discord link, and which I need to get from.
Did we
Jonas
get that to that person who asked for it?
I think so.
I don't know.
There was someone who asked for a Discord link, and Jonas gave them like the end of the thing because he was on his phone. I'm pretty sure Brooke was the one who initially responded to them.
Yeah, maybe that was like the other night. I don't know, but hopefully we can get a permanent link in the description soon. Then
It's
we can
easy
just point
to do.
everyone to that. Yeah, I'm 100% sure Jonas did get a permanent link. It's just I don't know if I have it. Okay. So yeah, check the description for links for Twitters and Discord and Mal and anything else. Next week with some more barely anime related content.
We got there eventually.
Yeah, we half got there, I guess.
And
Okay.
next week we'll talk
Bye.
about ice cream or something similarly interesting.
Ice cream.
Adios.